What's going on, all you chainsaw movie maniacs out there? Fat Samurai Guy is here with Lady Fat Blood, and I'm sorry.
So we here in the Fat Samurai Guy, Lady Fat Blood household have a little tradition known as torture the wife. It's mostly one-sided. He tortures me much more than I torture him.
It's fun.
So,
I highly recommend you do the same. Don't hit me too hard. All right, this is my choice. I was curious. We didn't hear positive things about this film. We are about to watch.
It looked like shit.
But I'm still curious. I still want to give it a shot.
Because sometimes you have to see the aftermath of a train wreck.
But we are getting ready to watch
The second attempt at a revival of an old horror movie property that fell flat on its ass, following on the heels of Dracula the Untold story that had potential and fucked it up.
Damn it, Luke Evans. Good choice for Dracula, just not a really good movie. But we're getting ready to watch Universal's The Mummy that came out this year. Universal.
Paid money. He rented this.
I'm curious, damn it.
Just putting it out there.
Universal's new attempt at a dark universe. Yes, gonna set up all these classic Universal monsters and gonna have these crossover films, and I don't know if that's gonna still happen now.
Yeah, how's that working?
Is that still gonna happen?
How's that working out for you, Universal?
Let us know in the comments below if that's still happening. But I got zero expectations. Okay.
We'd better.
Right. So we're getting ready to watch The Mummy right now. We'll let you know how it goes. All right, here we go. Don't hit me. Don't hurt me. Oh, fuck.
Alright, so, we just got done watching, the, attempt at the Universal Cinematic Dark Universe 2017's The Mummy, starring the horrifically, sadly miscast Tom Cruise, and a waste of, I think her name is Sofia Boutella. I'm probably botching her last name. I like her. I like her a lot.
She was good in the movie.
I think this is the third thing I've seen her in.
Yeah,
the first being
Kingsman,
and then Star Trek Beyond.
Yes.
And now this.
She's in Atomic Blonde this year.
Right.
We haven't seen that yet. We will watch that though. But
apparently they have a lovely little makeout session, so all the more reason for us to watch that. She was fine. I don't think it really mattered with the whole, the mummy's a chick now. I didn't give a shit about that. That was not my concern about the film. Initially, me first watching the trailer, it looked generic and it looked dumb.
Yeah.
And it currently sits at 13% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means a lot of people didn't like it. Is it 13%?
No.
I don't think visually.
Not that low.
This is not like the worst thing we've ever seen, but this movie did not know what the fuck. I smell like rewrites up the ass and reshoots up the ass. Tonally, this movie did not know what it wanted to be. It was trying to be a horrible PG-13 horror film, which PG-13 horror rarely, if ever, works.
Fail.
Gross!
Birdemic!
Shit and terrible. Nick? Nick?
Oh, it could have been longer.
And then it was trying to be fun and lighthearted.
Fail.
I hate you so much! I never wanted to come to this culture! Let me think! Just let me think! If anyone's listening, this is L-26 urgent hot! Request dynamic precision strike and our mark! Good enough! Just call it an airstrike! Oh yes! I did! Where are you going? Don't leave me! Oh no, we're gonna die! Please, right here. I knew it! Huh? I am still alive!
Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Yes! Come on! Oh, damn it! Damn it!
And then it was trying to be. It was trying to set up and world build into this dark universe, which it failed.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Oh, Pookie Bears, that's so sweet. Oh, you tried so hard. Aww.
They try to be a Tom Cruise action vehicle.
Wow, that was intense. Okay, follow me.
Wow!
The Crusader
That was intense!
Make our entry through the northwest train tunnels, over.
I'm out, sorry.
Yeah,
Fail.
this straight out of the gate, this should have been a 25-year-old, not necessarily unknown actor
An
playing this
up-and-comer
person.
young actor, maybe.
Yeah, like 5 years ago, like this could have been like a Chris Pine vehicle.
Right.
Like when Chris Pine was still, he was known, but he wasn't, Chris
Yeah.
Pine is a little more well known now.
Or Chris Hemsworth.
Something like that.
Some of the Chris's.
Yeah,
But yeah, Tom Cruise was way too old.
way too old, way too well known for
Yeah.
this. He was fine acting wise.
He tried.
He
You
did
can
as
tell
best he could.
He tried, yeah. With what was given to him. But I mean, even the scene with Russell Crowe saying, "You're so," what did he say, Russell Crowe, when he was talking to him?
You are a younger man, but you best learn to be wary of
What?
You are a younger man by 2 months.
Like, come on. Well, anyway,
No.
there were moments of the film that I was actually fine. I was perfectly fine. I was perfectly okay with it. I was looking at it from a perspective of, good time waster, good popcorn movie, turn your brain off kind of thing. That's how I was kind of approaching the movie, even though I had zero expectations for it. But man, it failed. It failed. When I look at her and I'm like, was this really our climax? Is this the climax of the film? The final action throwdown. Jesus Christ, you need to watch the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie again. The first one. Holy shit.
I'm sure after watching this, I'll love it now.
Even though I enjoyed, what's her name, Sophia? Mm-hmm. I enjoyed Sophia as the mummy, but she was barely in the movie. I enjoyed Sophia bitch slapping Tom Cruise around, showing how powerful she was. But that's something that should have happened like a lot more and earlier in the film. Like, this did not feel like an action finale throwdown spectacle.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do world building, if you're gonna show the creature of the Black Lagoon's hand and Dracula's fangs, if you're gonna do all that and make this world building, you gotta come out guns blazing, man. You can't we're just gonna show Tom Cruise run from things behind him, and that's just not enough. No. In the beginning, he had a machine gun and he was fighting dudes, but that was like a 2-minute scene.
And
it was just kind of like
that really set the pace for me. I checked out very early in this. Sorry. I think it's a lost cause for me.
It just started!
I think I'm already done with
You're
this.
already checked out?
I think I'm already
It just started!
More caffeine! Because booze will only put me to sleep. And it was mostly because of that opening scene where it was like, oh, we are trying so hard to get the audience on board and on the side of this guy, and it just was like, whoa, movie, step the fuck back.
Yeah.
You know, there's a reason I love Gods of Egypt so much. I think that's kind of a good comparison. Why,
she's gonna explain why.
do I
Calm down. She's gonna explain.
Anybody who's seen our videos knows why I love Gods of Egypt.
If you watch our review, you'll get a kick out of it.
There's a reason I do not like this, and I love Gods of Egypt. I love Gods of Egypt because it tried.
No one else will agree with this, but go ahead.
No. I didn't say Gods of Egypt was good. I said I love Gods of Egypt. There's a difference. You can love something even when it's shit.
Yes.
I don't love it because it's good.
Right.
I love it because it's ridiculous. This movie was too bland to even be on the level of Gods of Egypt. Gods of Egypt was trying to be the next, what was it, 96 or 97? When the original Mummy came out?
Yeah.
I mean, when the remake, the Brendan Fraser movie came
1998, I believe.
Was it 98?
Was the first movie,
Oh, wow.
I think.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was before The Matrix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it was, it was trying to be the next that, and it failed.
Big time.
This movie, but it was also ridiculous and outlandish and
we enjoyed it so much because it took itself seriously, but
completely like failed.
Yeah, and in terms of it's so good. I'm sorry, it's so bad. It's a good movie,
and only we seem to see it that way.
Yeah, no.
And that's
people watch Gods of Egypt, and they're just like, "This is a piece of shit. I hate this movie."
Yeah, and that's fine.
We were laughing, our asses off at how ridiculous it was, which brought us in entertainment.
Yeah,
that's why we can watch Gods of Egypt over this. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing worse. Excuse me, than so you have bad movies, you have good bad movies, and then you have boring bad.
Yeah.
You have bland bad. You have mediocre bad. That's the worst. I'd rather it be complete utter shit.
Yeah.
Than to be in the middle.
This was lazy writing.
Yeah.
Lazy filmmaking.
Yes.
Trying way too hard. The visuals weren't impressive.
No.
It was your standard CGI fare.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of an upgrade than the old Mummy movies, really. I mean.
And that's not really saying much. That's not really saying much at all. I mean, it's not even impressive.
But you gotta bring out for your first movie in your cinematic universe. Look at Marvel's cinematic universe. They came out with Iron Man, right?
Planted the seed.
They planted the seed, hoping they could build a universe and see where it goes and see if they get lucky. Yeah. And obviously, they got lucky. And it's this $billion franchise now.
And now you can't watch one without watching 3 others, which might be a detriment.
But with this movie, man, you gotta really come on. You gotta bring action. You gotta bring excitement. I mean, I was just the whole time. I mean, not to say that the Brendan Fraser first Mummy, fuck the sequels. The first Mummy, not to say that was a masterpiece, but the film knew what it was. It knew what it was. Like, it was winking at the camera the whole time. Okay, it knew what it was. Turn your brain off, popcorn muncher. Let's have a good time. Let's not. I mean, there was no. We're trying to be seriously scary here. There was none of that. Let's just have a goofy old adventure.
Yeah.
And that's why the first Mummy, in my opinion, succeeded. But But watching the finale of this, I was just thinking about, man. Like, Brendan Fraser's jumping, he's grabbing the sword, he's fighting all these corpses and mummies, he cuts off a head, the mummy juggles his own head, and then he swings the sword and hits the mummy head at the camera, and then there's just so much happening, and then you have those mummy soldiers, climbing up the walls, and, then he's fighting those guys, and then his friend, the Middle Eastern guy, takes the machine gun off of the biplane because the biplane crashed. He's like, fuck it, I'm taking the machine gun off and I'm gonna run in the mummy cave and just blast mummies. I'm like, dude, this is a 1998 movie. Yeah. And the whole time I'm comparing, like, this is boringly bland.
And take
boringly bland.
Take his experience. I've only seen The Mummy once, and I only saw it like the year after it came out. I never saw it in theaters. Right. I only saw it once on home video. And at the time, as I've stated before, I did not enjoy it. I have never watched it since. I have the feeling I'll be okay with it now.
She'll like it now.
So consider his opinion with him enjoying the first movie and him not being able to stop comparing it to this, and take my opinion where I have nothing to compare it to except
Yeah.
my impressions of a trailer, which was unimpressive.
Right. But then I also enjoy the original Boris Karloff Mummy. It's totally different tone. You know, it tries to take itself seriously for its time. And I can enjoy that as old as that movie is.
Right.
This just, man. So the perfect example in this film of how tonally they didn't know what the hell they were doing. There were jokes that just fell flat. There were jokes where I kind of laughed at because I assumed they were jokes, but then there was that awkward pause afterwards, and then I'm like, wait a minute, was that supposed to be funny or not?
You saved my life on that day. You gave me the only parachute without hesitation.
I thought there was another one.
Mr. Morton.
Was that supposed to be? I thought that was supposed to be kind of funny. Oh God. You know what I mean? So, but the perfect example of the different tones was the scene. Were they inside a building or a church? I don't remember. I just watched the movie and I don't remember. So they're inside a building. All right. The corpse mummies come out and they do their thing, and then they grab Tom Cruise and he's freaking the fuck out because it's the first time he's seeing mummies, and they put him on the slab and they spread him out and he's drawn and quartered, and then whatever the fuck I stumbling over my words. And he's freaking out, and he's looking at this mummy holding his arm. He's like, ah! And he's looking at this mummy. He's like, ah! And he's freaking the fuck out. And then Sophia Main mummy comes down, and he's really freaking the fuck out. And then she starts touching him, and he starts laughing because he's ticklish.
Okay. Okay. What?
Airport. And I wear my bubbles.
I'm sorry. What?
Satage.
Oh no! Don't!
Magic.
That right there is the perfect example of what tone is this movie going for.
I feel like...
Are we going for comedy moments like the original, like the Brendan Fraser
Well, they
mummy
clearly
films
were.
did?
They clearly were with some of with the comic relief guy that you couldn't stand, and then they tried.
Worst sidekick in years.
They're not even poisonous! Can we please? Please!
Out of your mind, Beth!
Please!
What is wrong with you?
They bit me, Nick!
Okay, okay.
They bit me! Enough of this! I don't care! I'm leaving!
You don't
With
get
or without you, I'm leaving!
Don't worry, honey.
I hope he dies.
It's coming, honey.
Please.
Don't worry.
Please.
Don't worry about it.
The sidekick in this movie, fuck this character.
And tried to
The
give him-
worst.
they tried-
Acting and pointless, and we can't even remember his fucking name.
Try to give him
Can't remember his name.
American Werewolf in London.
Yeah,
Give
botching American Werewolf in London.
What are you doing here?
Jenny looks good.
Okay, this isn't happening.
I mean, really great.
Really, stop.
You know, I always thought I had a chance with her.
What? You?
Stabbed Greenway. I saved you. You murdered him. You shot me. You tried to kill me. You even went after Jenny. You shot me 3 times.
Yes.
3 times, Nick.
Okay, the third one wasn't necessary. You freaked me out. I panicked. I'm sorry.
This is not
Okay.
working.
Not okay. Look at me. Look at my face. I'm cursed, Nick.
Are we
and
trying to
you're
be
cursed.
serious or not?
And there's only one way to break it. You're going to do.
This movie just did not know where it was going, what it was doing, who it was trying to appease audience-wise. You had this horrible chemistry between him and Blondie where, oh, I hate
Terrible.
you, but we fucked each other, but you stole something from me. Oh, but, you know,
We're in
oh,
love.
but I care about you.
We're in love now.
And then cut to the very end of the film where Tom Cruise is like, oh, no, you're dead. Oh, my God, I'm so sad. I'm so upset and distraught. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
There was not one scene with them together romantically at all. They just talk about it.
Yeah. And then the mummy herself.
And he's acting like he's known her since he was like a teenager.
Well, by the end, when she's dead,
Yeah.
he's acting that upset.
At the end.
He's acting that upset that it's like they've had all these experiences together and that he really, you know, she said that she cared about him, but he never really, it's like, whatever.
Yeah, and the movie needs to show, don't tell, like you always say. Like, he has to finally prove himself. Like, Russell Crowe had this dialogue that he had no soul, or he was just, he's a thief, and Tom Cruise was like, what are you talking about, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, at the end of the movie, it was just kind of like, well, maybe Russell Crowe was right, and Tom Cruise is finally, like, proving himself, you know, sacrificing himself by stabbing himself, and all that. And it was just it.
Yeah, there was
Establish your characters first, movie.
the whole thing with the mummy herself making this deal with Set, the god of the dead, and she would have this chosen one, and she would kill him, bring him back to life, and he would be now a living god. Which I don't know how many times they had to drill into the audience that, you know, Set was the god of the dead and he was going to be a living god and this guy's cursed and blah, blah, blah. Like, they kept repeating the same shit over and over and over just to drill into the audience. This is what's going on. This is our plot. This is what's going on. And that whole thing didn't make any sense. She should have been the bringer of death and the destruction and this and that. She shouldn't have been trying to get him so
well, maybe that was the deal to make her powerful.
But it's
I'll
like,
bring Set in.
I know that was the deal, but that diminishes her importance in the story. It's like, okay, yeah, she's kind of powerful, but her whole goal is just to bring Set in so that the god of the dead, the god of the dead will be a living god and he will take over the world. Which is like, wait a minute, if he's that powerful, why doesn't he just do something on his own? And why is she trying to kill everybody and take over the world when her beef was only really with her father?
Because evil.
Anyway, her story, I was like totally on her side.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of siding with her. She trained her ass off to take over, and her fucking shithead dad fucks some random chick and just pops out a son, and suddenly she's SOL. That's kind of fucked up.
You're for the monster.
I think that's kind of fucked up. I mean, you don't train your ass off. I mean, clearly she's like in her 20s.
Yeah.
Train your ass off for like 2+ decades. Just say, oh, sorry, honey. This thing has a dick, so it gets to take over when I die.
C'était pas.
No.
But there was absolutely no reason
For her to be
Tom Cruise to be the chosen one. It's like
he was hot. He was attractive. He, like I said,
because he's the one who shot the trap.
He freed her
and freed her.
And he's good looking.
And he's just because movie.
Because movie.
But I think that was a mistake, not making her the actual source of evil and power. Like, she was wielding the power, but she wasn't the source of power. Like, once she had attained her goals in the movie's logic, she would have just been a byproduct.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is your villain here. You don't want to do that to your villain.
You want to make your villain look strong.
You want your villain to be the reason that we're all trying to fight and win, not, oh, well, I'm going to kill y'all, but I'm going to kill y'all because this is my chosen one and he's going to be the one to rule the world.
Nah, I don't know.
That was stupid.
I was checking out.
That was so fucking stupid. I was more checked out than you were, and that was fucking stupid.
Okay, so let me briefly mention the things that I did like about the movie. I did like the airplane crashing sequence, not the CGI airplane going down, but the stunt work of them floating inside the plane. I thought that was cool. That was well done.
Yeah.
Like again, Sophia, when she was on screen, she was barely in the damn movie. I thought she was good. Like the whole, oh help me, and she'd have that innocent face, like oh help me, when she's talking to Tom, and then Tom would look away, and then she'd be like, yeah. You know, little things like that were cool. And then
I liked Russell.
The blonde girl's belly button.
Oh, stand back.
Please no.
No.
You're welcome, by the way.
How's that?
And I saved your whatever it is.
Safely hidden.
Don't underestimate the hotness of the belly button.
It's so hot.
That's it. You were turned on as well.
I gotta tell you, man, I was having second thoughts about our relationship. Anyway, I liked Russell Crowe as even the pointless Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Did you like when he turned into Hyde? He had a big old Cockney accent all of a sudden.
Well, that makes sense.
It worked, but it was kind of funny though.
But
it made me laugh a little bit.
I thought they went a little stingy on his look as
it was
Mr. Hyde.
terrible.
I think they could have done a little bit better with
Good
that.
casting, at least for that part.
Yeah, even though his role was utterly pointless.
But, oh, come on, his skin just turns green and he's got yellow eyes and that's it.
Yeah.
He's just like a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to fear Hyde when little itty bitty old Tom Cruise kicked his ass?
Yeah, well, you know.
He kicked his ass!
Yeah, but...
So anyway, that was wasted.
This was... And that's
the theme.
This is a waste.
This was a waste.
This is going to be a movie that in 2 weeks' time, I'm not going to be able to tell you a single thing about the film.
Tomorrow.
Except that it was very bland.
Yeah.
And I will never need to watch this movie
Few
again.
moments were okay.
Yeah.
I love the fact when he just... when our hero just straight up left his love interest.
Yeah.
And just ran off without her and drove away.
That's fine.
I was dying. Wait, what? Fuck this amount! Is he just... Is he seriously leaving her?
Were you just gonna leave me?
You saw that, right?
You were gonna leave me? I didn't see it. Where are we going?
Wait.
I really hope if that was on purpose. If that was on purpose, that was brilliant. Whoever came up with that.
And there you go.
Because you don't see that.
That again,
But
you can chalk that up to the tonal problem this film had when it's trying legitimately to be a frightening film, complete with shitty jump scares and shitty jump scare sound effects.
And his hair looks great.
My favorite.
Yeah.
And then it because it's shoving so much of that down your throat. When it does make a joke, you don't know if it's supposed to be funny or not half the time.
Yeah.
So I think it was supposed to be funny, but again, the movie just trying to juggle these two tones, and they did not mix. It was oil and water.
Your fault, Nick. Your fault.
Who said that?
You see any treasure in your neck? Because I don't. You know what I see? I see statues that I can't carry out. Keep it down. You keep it down.
What are you doing?
It is definitely a tomb.
It's funny.
It was not even remotely working, so
Yeah. So
this is unfortunate.
the future of the dark universe.
It's the Bride of Frankenstein is already postponed indefinitely.
Oh, really?
They've already postponed it. It was supposed to be released in February. February of 20.
Are they trying to be smart with this and take their time?
Well, it was supposed to be released in February of 2019, and they've pushed that aside now because that idiot's doing that fucking Gambit movie now.
Oh.
Because Gambit has to have his own fucking movie.
World building, come on.
We'll see.
Anyway.
We'll see how great that'll be.
Anyway, soundtrack tried to be like The Dark Knight.
It was, especially at the end.
Wait,
I'm really glad to be here.
what?
I mean, thank you for bringing me back to life and everything.
Oh my God!
What are we even doing here? Where are we going?
Watch the camera.
Come on, my friend.
Yep, that's all right. It's all right.
Where's your sense of adventure?
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh no.
What
Fuck you, movie! Oh my God!
I'm already dead inside.
Because to find a cure,
Oh.
never rests. Always.
Henry, he used his power to stop Aminet. You know more than anyone. He could be our greatest ally.
Perhaps. Sometimes it does take a monster to fight a monster.
A dark night.
Oh my God! I cannot believe they brought Black. I can't talk. They brought back Bland Friend.
Not Oscar Isaacs. There's really not much left to say. I think.
I'm searching really hard for some positives.
I'm ready to go to bed.
I guess that's it.
And it's,
so,
it's nothing that we weren't really expecting. It's just still, it's a little irritating when you have...
I had zero expectations, but I still was curious.
Yeah.
And I wanted to torture you, because
Of course.
I love torturing
That's
my wife.
what we do here.
Yes.
At
I highly recommend you guys
at
torture
Casa del
your wife at home.
Fat Samurai Lady Fat Blood Residence. But, yeah,
It's fun.
It's just, it sucks.
With bad movies, talking about
It
bad
sucks because you know, you get a budget and you get all these people together, hey, let's make a movie. And then you have all this lazy writing, and then you're trying really hard, but it's lazy at the same time. It's like,
Yeah.
again, it's oil and water. It's just, it's hard to process that.
And it's also hard to process seeing you know, well, it's not that hard to process, but seeing a lead actor that you've watched a billion times be in another horror movie long time ago, and it was so much better. The writing, the directing, his performance. And you see Tom Cruise in Interview with the Vampire, and you're just like, man. And then you watch him in this movie. It's like he's been in a better movie before.
Yeah.
It's just in a better horror movie.
And
it's just, this movie's just like,
and again,
he's just there.
And I don't
in this movie, he's just there.
And I don't consider Interview with the Vampire
A masterpiece.
But I still...
It's a masterpiece compared to this shit.
I still enjoy it. I still enjoy it, but why is that?
Yeah.
It has an identity.
Yes.
It has an atmosphere.
Established characters.
It has characters
Motivations.
It has characters that it defines clearly.
Yeah.
Again, motivations, like you said. It has a distinct personality behind it. It knows what it is. It knows the story that it's trying to tell. This movie just does not. It did not, and it kind of deserved to fail. I'm glad it failed. I'm glad it kind of put studio in check and be like, hey, we gotta back the fuck off because this ain't working. It's you guys, you gotta stop putting the cart before the horse. Okay? Like you were saying, there's a reason Iron Man is still a great movie to this day. And as much as I love Civil War, Iron Man is gonna stand up better in 40 years than Civil War is, because Iron Man, you can watch it without watching anything else. I could even say Captain America. And, you know, you're going to be able to watch those and not have to know anything about anything prior, where, like I said, with Civil War, you literally have to watch at least 5 movies just to know who anybody is and what's going on and what's the history and what's the purpose of all that.
Right.
I personally enjoy that, but not all audiences want that. They want a simple story, not, we've got a mummy over here that's trying to awaken a god over here, but the god to be over here has to now fight with Jekyll here, who has his own agenda and who's trying to establish this own thing here. And it's like, we don't.
Yeah, not every.
We don't need that.
Not every classic iconic character needs to be a cinematic universe.
I think it could have been fun.
It's you do crossover movies, sure, it could be fun, sure.
I think it could have been fun though if it knew what it wanted to do first, and not just did kind of like a DC thing where it jumped in not knowing what exactly it wanted to do.
Yeah.
It knew what it wanted to do, but it didn't know how to do it right. That's what this was. But between Dracula Untold and this,
well, that Dracula Untold is not canon. It's this is supposed to start, and then we're getting a brand new Dracula movie.
And it still didn't work.
Well, I don't know if not the sequels, but if the Bride of Frankenstein and all these other movies are cool.
I don't.
I know Johnny Depp wants to be Invisible Man. Harvey Bardem wants to be Frankenstein's monster or Victor Frankenstein. I don't know.
I don't give a shit. I do not.
But yeah, it's kind of sad. I know Angelina Jolie is supposed to be Bride of Frankenstein, right? Or the Bride.
I don't think it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen, and it shouldn't.
No.
Not if they're gonna act like this.
No. No.
Oh, there's your name right there, Sophia Botella.
Oh,
Stupid.
Oh yeah.
There's holding her right there in front of the screen, right there in front of me.
Well, there were a few moments that we did enjoy, me more so than her. But yeah, overall, the film is boringly bland. Blech, I can't even talk. But yeah, overall, the film is boringly bland.
not like utter dog shit.
No.
But just, I kind of wish it were a little bit either ridiculously
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, like Gods of Egypt.
Yeah. Or cut out the humor and try to be more of a horror film.
Yeah.
I would have preferred.
Yeah,
or the other.
give the Mummy some balls. Some balls.
Yeah.
You go straight dark, gritty reboot. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You know, but
There are a lot of mistakes.
it's all over the place. So, that's it for today's video. Sorry I had to torture you.
No, you're not.
I love you.
Don't
I
fucking,
do it because I love
don't
you.
fucking lie.
What are you rating this film?
I'm torturing you later.
Sure. No. What are you rating the movie?
I'm rating it.
I want to see what you rate it first, and then I might agree, or we'll see how that goes.
I think on a.
3 is average.
I can't.
Out of 5. What are we doing?
I can't even give it a 3.
Okay.
Because it's not, like I said, it's not an incompetent film, but
Yeah.
it's not visually. It does not look good.
Yeah.
Performance-wise, setting that aside. So
Yeah.
setting that aside, visually it doesn't look good. Special effects are not impressive.
Yeah.
The story
Yeah.
is not engaging.
You had tons of mummies, but there was really not a lot of action at all.
The tone is
Especially at
fucked
the
up
end.
beyond repair.
Yeah.
The movie was aimless. It took forever to get to the point, and then when it got to the point was pointless.
Right.
So I can't even give it a 3. It's
Okay, give it. Be real. Let's do this.
just based on the fact that I've seen much, much worse, but this is just kind of shameful in this day and age with such a high budget and such a big studio
Yes.
backing it. I would say 2.5. It might be generous,
Yeah.
but I think that's because the acting, I guess, if the acting had been like worse, then yeah, I probably
Yeah.
would have gone much lower.
Yeah.
Performances.
I would have to agree.
aside
I was
from,
waiting to see which way you were going there.
aside from your friend,
2.5 is fine.
not Oscar Isaac.
My friend?
Not Oscar Isaac.
Oh, one of the worst action sidekicks
Yes.
in years.
Yes.
Yeah. If he was a star, this would have been a 1.
Wow, that was intense.
Maybe a 0. All right, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought of 2017's The Mummy.
Oh,
Let
how
us-
many of y'all dodged a bullet by not seeing this shit in the theater? Like us, even though we still took the
Yeah,
bullet. It's just
yeah.
we had a flak jacket on.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know in the comments below what do you guys think of this whole Dark Universe thing. Is there still hope? Can Universal salvage and save this idea? Can they pull it off later by making better films? Let us know in the comments below. Who knows? You never know. So, we'd like to thank all you guys for watching. Again, as always, you guys rock.
And I'm going to bed.
And we'll see you next time. Belly button!
Share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe.
This is for you, Cranky Critic.
For the Cranky Critic. Say.
Dope!
It's pretty good scanner.
Sergeant Morton? Where is it?
What? Where's what?
The letter. The map you stole from me.
Map? I don't know what you're talking about. How would I have even had an opportunity to steal anything from you, Miss...
Love interest. You are the best looking man in the area as of right now. You will be the chosen one.
C'était pas.
Get him a Kleenex.
Bill, stop! Stop! Bill! Bill!
1990s gangsta style.
No radar contact. Dropping to 12,000. 280 on the heading.
What the hell is that?
Pandemic!
Sorry, what?
We need your help identifying the bodies.
We need you to go back to the mummy set. Sorry. We need you
We
to.
have reshoots to do.
We need you to continue filming.
God, anything but that.
Hey, buddy. You're scared the shit out of me.
Come on, he's supposed to be dead.
At least he's not the comic relief anymore.
To talk, Nick.
Boo movie.
What's happening? You know what's happening.
You read the script.
She's in league with what's wrong.
Yeah.
But still, she should be believing him. Oh, yeah! Suck it!
The visual representation of what this film is doing to me right now.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see the mummy's belly button. I don't know if I can handle it. You might have to hold me back. I don't know if I can handle it. You might get turned on.
I might.
You might. I might have to hold you back.
I almost went lesbian for a minute there earlier.
Belly button.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear, for the beer.
Something for you, something for me.
Little fat tire for my fat tire.
And Excedrin.
Cheers.
Jenny?
Sorry, but I have to.
You checking the time?
Jesus Christ.
Don't check the time! You're torturing yourself. Really?
Kick her ass!
Really?
Kick her ass.
Kill her! Kill her! Boo! Boo!
Wow! That was intense!